Hello friends, welcome to the Suntech Kurenai HM39R advanced model. This rod in particular is the only one that I've gotten that had a warning to watch out for power lines. It is roughly 13 feet long, and I've only been able to use it in certain areas because typically I fish small creeks. But let's get a line on here and see how it does. Well, for starters, it's windy. Not going to be great for this, as this is not a stiff rod. It is delicate, it is soft, and it feels impossible to cast into the wind. It is in general just plain a delicate rod. Very thin, very light. Really makes casting into the wind very difficult. Yep, I'm doing my thing. My falling down thing. When it's not windy, very easy to cast this rod. It takes very little movement in your arm or wrist because it's so long. But just like the power lines, you have to watch out for a lot of overhanging stuff. Hey, I got one. All right, let's see if I can get it. Oh. So any fish you get pretty much with this rod is going to be a battle. Very soft. Look at that. Doubled over on the end. And we've got, well, honestly, that's not a bad trout. 8 inches? Not terrible. This is honestly about the maximum that this rod is made for. There he is. Not a bad looking fish. In the mountains of Japan where, you know, this was designed to be fished, 12-14 inches is about the biggest fish you'll find, and that's the monsters lurking. Typically you're going to be finding 7-8 inch fish, and that's exactly what this was designed for. That 7-8 inch fish is going to be a battle. You're not just going to sling it in, is what I'm trying to get at. So I have had interest in what methods I'm using, and currently I am Tenkara fishing as traditionally as it gets. I'm using a Sakasa Kabari, which is a wet fly that basically just a hook wrapped in thread with a hackle on it, typically reverse hackle. It is designed to be fished just below the surface. You keep your level line out of the water in general, but I also will fish dry flies on these rods. I've never really nymphed on them, honestly. In general, when you're trying to go deeper with this, you just cast further up the stream and let the current carry your fly down. When there's not any wind, this is a very good casting rod. When there's wind, it is wretched. You do a lot of that. You do a lot of looking when you fish this rod. There we go. Second fish. Fighting, look at that. Way doubled over. Where's it at? Where's it at? Can't even see it. Fighting very hard. Don't know. Oh, not too shabby. Now here's the problem. It's so doubled over, I don't know that I'm going to be able to get it in my net. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, nope. Nope, missed. Nope. There it is. All right. All right, 10-inch rainbow. Does not appear to be a stalker, which is good. That's a decent fish for... Oh, my fly came out. Decent fish for not stocked in this creek. Well, 9.5. We'll say 9.5. I turned off the camera to take a picture of that fish and dropped it. But the rod, it's a very well-made rod. You can tell with every action you do with it. Casting, hook set, fighting the fish. It's wafer thin on the end, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels strong. It feels supple. If your fishing has become too easy, not a bad choice, because you're gonna struggle sometimes. If it's windy, you're gonna struggle. If your line is kind of a little long and you're in hip-deep water, you're gonna struggle. I do like the rod, I just don't have a lot of use for it. I fish smaller water in general. I came here and fished this part of this creek because I knew I could fish it here. On a lot of the creeks I go to, it's unnecessary. But you're always gonna find yourself in new places, and this is definitely a good one to have for those new places, if it's open enough. If you go outside and you feel the slightest breeze, just put this away. It's not gonna be an enjoyable time. I honestly don't remember how much this rod costs because it was a present. As far as value, it's probably pretty good. It's really well made and works really well, and I haven't broken it yet, so I get hung in trees all the time. But thanks for joining me. See you in the next video, whatever it may be, actually just fishing or another rod review. Bye-bye.